23. The Browns drive about to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Triangle button. R1 button.
Back to throw
Circle
now
button.
in his own end zone.
Square button.
That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Throwing his Hurts.
Circle button. Square button.
This will be caught. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button. Triangle button. R1 button.
On 1st down,
R1 button.
Hurts.
Square button.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Triangle button.
On
Triangle
2nd and
button.
10. Hurts. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a 1st down as well.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play? Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how they were backed up to start things out. And they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. To throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. and extend this lead out even further. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Patrick Johnson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Circle button. R1 button. Cross button.
Thrown out on
Cross
the
button.
final play.
Cross button.
He'll fire it deep for
Triangle
Raiders.
button.
And this is caught inside the 5. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Ryan Tannehill, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
136 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run on first down. David fights off the defender. Still going. They can't stop him.
That's all you got!
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles continue to roll.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You force the